I need somebody solid on my team. 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 I got this endless pain that's running through my veins. Show me a girl that I ain't gotta change. The kind that doesn't want me for the profit. She got her own money and she's solid. I got this endless pain.
Golly.
30.
All that work, it's worth it though.
Yeah.
It's worth it though, man, because it's what it's all it's all about. If people only knew the work we put in for the two brothers from C-Hillz.
You know what I'm talking about?
Just to get connected is a world-class feat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just get connected.
Yeah, it's an event, boy.
It's just how you feeling today, man?
Oh man, I feel so good, man. I feel good, man.
You feel good,
Memorial
man?
Day weekend up.
You get a new mic?
Why? I sound good?
Yeah, you sound good, man.
Nah, I'm just excited today. That's
just excited.
What it
Okay,
is.
you know, I've been looking forward to this all week. I've been looking forward to it all week since the first one.
Oh, yeah. We got something for the people to listen to, man, when they jogging, when they riding in their cars, you know what I'm saying? When they getting up from their naps and motivation. What's happening?
Right. See, look, man. Hey, look, welcome everyone to the two brothers from C-Hillz. Woo! We got to make sure, you know, you do all the editing. Maybe you can put some hand claps or some people cheering in the background.
Yeah.
Let me leave a little gap for them right quick. Go. So when you edit, you can add that in there. you can add that in there, man. You know, just where it can be. See, look, we got to let people know that, hey, Trevor, Pastor Jackson is.
Hold up.
He is the ministerial leader of sound and equipment when it comes down to this show. So he does all of that. So we got to give props to him. So when you hear all the good quality we have going, it's because of this gentleman there. Thank you, Mr.
I got a sermon today, too.
We looking forward to it. We looking forward to it. What we starting off with today, because what are we starting off with today, man? Welcome, everybody, again to the Two Brothers from C-Hillz. I am Troy Smith, your host, co-host with my man, Pastor Jackson, Trevor Jackson.
Amen.
I don't want nobody to think you're a real pastor. They probably think, when did Trevor start preaching?
Man, hey, I'm a real pastor, fam.
Yeah, all life. That's my life, pastor, my life, right?
Yeah.
The people gonna think you flipped out. You start cussing them out, though. Like, oh, I thought he was preaching. And it's like, no, that's just my charisma, how I carry myself.
Yeah. What we need to start it off with, though, fam, we need to start off with something fun, something lighthearted, or something serious, and go and get something serious out the way.
Well, we might as well go ahead and get this serious out the way so we can lighten the mood back up, man. What you got for us starting out?
I got one serious thing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even too serious, but you know what I'm saying? We need to teach young men about how to carry themselves in business.
Oh, we going deep already off the top, straight life lessons.
Yeah, young men that's listening to this podcast, we need to tell them, like, don't be late, be 5 minutes early.
Oh, okay.
Make sure you look presentable and you ain't talking ignorant when you go to work. We from the project, so you know what I'm saying?
Hold on now. We're from the equal, what you call it? The equal.
Oh, nah. That's on the sign at the entrance, what I said.
Oh, it is. Oh, it sure is. It equal housing opportunity.
Yeah.
Housing. Oh, snap. I ain't never paid attention to the logo at the bottom. Right. But okay,
yeah.
We from the equal opportunity of living, or projects, as you would say, but per se. But yes, please continue the sermon, sir. Please continue the sermon.
Okay, so young man, be 5 minutes early to work, man. Be responsible. You know what I'm saying? Make yourself look good. Make sure your hair cut, your teeth white, brush your teeth. You don't have to talk ignorant when you at work, man. See, you know what I'm saying? We both done made records and got slang or whatever, but when it's time to be professional, it's time to be professional.
So what you're saying is a time and place for everything.
That's right.
Well, what brought you to this conclusion, sir? What made you feel this deep inside?
Well, when I lived in Tennessee, I worked around majority Caucasian individuals, and I wasn't that aware of this situation. But now living in Charlotte, you know, it's like probably more black men than it is white men at these facilities and places that I work. So I don't know why, like, I'm the only one in there 5-10 minutes early, and they come walking in a minute late, 3 minutes late, yawning, you know what I'm saying? Acting like they own the company. You are replaceable, young man. We all are.
So somebody must have pissed you off on the clock today. Is that what you're trying to say? Somebody must have messed up your time to getting off early. Is that what it was? Is that what it was? Somebody came in late. What was it? What was it? Tell the people now.
No, it wasn't that they came in late. It's just a frequent thing. You know what I'm saying? And everywhere I go, like when we go to the football game, you go to the club, you think you're stylish because you late. You ain't nobody concerned about you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well.
Yeah.
But you know, when you're the star, you feel like you're important when you know, because the party don't start till you show up. Look, let me tell you. I feel you. About, you know, that's the one area I'm still working on myself, even as a professional.
Okay.
Even as a professional, I gotta be straight up about it. I gotta be, because you know, but you know what? I never was late to.
What?
Football practice. Why is that? Is it because you care about it?
That you.
Is it something because you care? I mean, or because I actually thought about this, Trevor. I'm gonna be honest. I'm with you 100% all the way across the board. I'm with you. Because, you know, they tell you in sports, they say, don't be on time, be early. Because if you're there on time, it means you actually late.
Yeah.
But one, I actually thought about, I said, man, I've never been late to football practice ever. Never missed the bus.
That's something you wanted to do.
Well, I didn't always want to play. But maybe because someone else relied on me. Because other teammates, that if I was late, everybody had to run.
Yeah.
Or everybody had to chop them, or everybody had to do something, or hit you know, run stands or stadiums or whatever, even do suicides in basketball, man. I wonder why I never I guess because other people relied on me, that you don't want to be that person that everybody get mad at. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I guess if you take that concept in life and working and knowing that, hey, somebody missing out on getting their kids or, you know, something, because, you know, when you late, then everybody else back up be late. So I get it. But so somebody at work got on your nerves, though.
No, it ain't.
It's a reoccurring issue.
That's the fact. And then I got another, like, this question I'm about to ask you is still on this topic. Okay. But I'm gonna tell you why I'm like this. And this has got something to do with C-Hillz. It's got something to do with Knoxville. This is why I'm like this. So, what was your first job ever in life, and how old was you?
My very first job in life where I got a paycheck was, you know how back in the day you used to go to the MLB building to get that job for 14 when you turn 14? Go to the MLB building to get a job 14. So I was working at the Boys and Girls Club. That's my very first paid job. Now,
summer job.
Yeah, summer job, exactly, where you get your $5.15 or $4.75 an hour and do that. That was my very first one. How about you, sir? I wonder if they still got that at the MLB building, too. I wonder if they still got that.
The kids listening to it, go sign up and get your summer job and make you some money. Your parents tired of buying them Jordans for $200 now.
Ooh, that's the only
things high.
Okay.
Yeah, but
who was yours?
The exclusive ones is expensive.
But if you got a bigger size, you definitely out of luck. So.
Yeah. But my first job, I was 9 years old. First of all.
9.
The man
on payroll, or somebody paying you under the table?
On payroll.
At 9?
Slave too. I was a slave, and it was on Texas Avenue.
Oh man, what about Lionsdale?
Texas Avenue. It was on Texas Avenue.
Oh, okay.
And the man who owned it was a military man.
Okay.
And he was my uncle. That's why I can't be late.
Okay, God.
It was Sergeant's barbecue.
Oh, so something coming into play, family, or everybody else relying on you, so you don't want to let your family down then.
No, if he was a military man, he wasn't playing that.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't playing that. You don't remember Sergeant's barbecue?
No, I don't. I know.
That's where I worked at, 9 years old. Sergeant's barbecue on Texas Avenue. And if I was late, the shift would go from 6 hours to 12, just because I was like, we staying open long. You want to play, you getting punished.
Oh, and you wouldn't get paid no extra money for doing it though either.
Oh no, it's $4.25 an hour. That's the minimum wage it was at that time.
At 9 though, you making bread at 9 though. 25 an hour at 9 years old. I mean, it's still still the man at school.
That teach you the value of a dollar. But at the end of the day, like, to sum all this up, I just want to tell the young men, take your opportunities serious so you can create more opportunities. You know what I mean? Be on time. Be professional. Talk like you got some sense, and don't be mad for no reason. You know what I'm saying? That energy affects the other people around you.
You know, okay. So let's, before we end off on that, because, you know, everybody always say, now you done told me what to do. I mean, you done told me what I need to do. Can you show me how to do it? So how can we give the young folk, or even old folk, a tip on, I guess, time management, because everything about time. You know, how to you know, what's the tip then? Let's help these folks that's listening. These young folks say, okay, here he go, another old head talking crazy. But we ain't giving
Pastor Jackson.
there we go. So give us the tips on how we can work on that, Pastor.
Okay, so the tips we can work on that. They say you do, my opinion, but I learned this from a lot of the motivational people, the Tony Robbins, what's my boy, Eric Thomas, a lot of the motivational speakers I listen to, and I take this into account. That's how I started with my diet. I started with health or whatever. 21 days, young folks. Be consistent for 21 days. And once you do something for 21 days, it becomes a habit. And if you can survive 21 days and make it a habit, then ain't gonna stop. But if you can't, then don't worry about me. Don't do it. I ain't your boss. I ain't concerned if you gotta go for 50 jobs or whatever. But I just looking out for you because I love you. Try it for 21 days, man. Well, 21 days, repetition. You can do anything.
So, okay, 21 days, you asked them probably, okay, 21 days, if you get up, if you got to be at work at 9, get up at 6 o'clock and get there at 8:30 for 21 days, something like that.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to brush your teeth, you know, if your breath stank, you know, especially because some folks, you know, wearing masks. I don't know if you ever noticed, but when you wear those masks, bro, you can tell if your breath stank. That's some social distancing. It's hit you dead in your face. So you with that mask on, it hit you dead in your nostril. Like, oh God. So that's one thing. Brush your teeth. If you gotta brush your teeth, then at 6:30, because you get up at 6, brush your teeth 6:30, get to work at 8, so you can get there on time and your breath don't stink. Now, what about the appearance, the attire, how you carry yourself? I mean, they may not have the money to buy this stuff, Trail.
Well, I
you talking about folks that might people actually probably got the money to do is what you're saying. They just ain't doing it.
No, but you can still be clean.
Clean, but you know, people say they look clean and they got these pants on. I don't get it. I don't understand why you would sag with a belt on. What is up with what's that there? You know, when you sag it, but then you still got the belt on.
Man,
you still doing
it? You know
what
sagging was created it. No, definitely not. I'm too old for that. But I used to do it, so I can't judge.
Yeah, we can't.
We ain't judging it all. We ain't telling nobody nothing. You know
that's the grace, though. So that's where the grace is. So we helping out to say, you got to be working 9, get up at 6, brush your teeth at 6:30, get there at work at 8:30. So you be there at 9 o'clock. So you got to worry about no traffic. You ain't got to blame nobody. You ain't got to slap nobody. No road rage.
Yeah. Be there at 8:30, 8:45. So you can get your mind right before. Yeah, 8:45. Just 15 minutes to get your mind right before you got to do it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a good sermon from the Jackson section. That's a good segment. Pastor Jackson. You know what? We should do that. Every time we're gonna get a serious sermon from you from the Jackson's Corner. Jackson
Corner.
Pulpit or Jackson Corner. Which one? We'll work on that.
We'll work on that.
That's dope, though. Okay. Well, I'm glad we talking about the. I was gonna ask you about the next part. Talking about, do you feel like an old head now? Meaning, you don't feel like when I mean, let me break it down. And these people that's listening too. Now that you gotten older and the new music that's come out, are you now sounding like them old people that used to tell you back in the day that ain't no real music? That's not no R&B. Are you feeling everything that's coming out still? You good on that?
Man, like me, I don't listen to music like everybody else. I want to be entertained. I don't take it too serious. I don't take it too serious.
Yeah, because you're older now. Is that what it is? You don't feel like an old head, but now you send us entertainment.
No, I'm young. I'm older by age, but I'm young at heart. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I feel
young.
I feel better than I did when I was young.
Right, okay. That's because you, that's because you now vegan.
Okay, yeah.
That's another, good. That's a whole nother conversation right there.
Yeah. But stay with the music before we go.
So we stay on that point of where, see, I felt like I was becoming an old head. Now I sound like, that's just like everything repeats itself, right?
Yeah.
So like the old people say there ain't no music, or you young folks are crazy, or y'all ain't. It's like each generation does get worse, I guess, because the older generation, well, I always used to say our generation was probably, y'all young people don't get it. But man, I done been around some young folks now, and I'm like, my goodness. like, gee, these folks don't care. And then I
Talk to me about that.
Maybe I feel like an old head, because I'm telling you, man, it's just it's just when I talk to somebody, so like now, like for example, we talked about how we go back to where we may come from, different areas in those situations, from the hoods. And then you can, if you're so far removed, you can forget to keep your head on the swivel.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't start riding through locking my door. Click, click.
Yeah.
because I started realizing that I can't be. Now I see why people used to have multiple cars, like, one that might be the Dolo car, and somebody have the clean car, because you might be riding in that clean car not knowing who's scoping you out. Yeah, and that's how I said, I done got old. I got to remember that I got to keep my head on the swivel. I can't be riding through places, pulling up into whatever, and think it's all good. Somebody's scoping it out.
Yeah, and these boys retarded.
And now I sound like an old person, like, man, these young folk, they out the chain. And now I start saying, man, I sound like an old person now, man. Like, it's some things I don't need to actually get. Some acronyms that might come out, or like I just learned the other day what the heck a fans only page is. I thought a fans only page was where, I thought fan only page
where the fans looked at the art.
With the art, exactly. So I'm gonna promoting it. I was like saying, hey man, you doing music? Dude, get your fans only page and get on there and perform for your fans. They paying you to do it. And I learned, no, that's an actual porno.
Yeah.
That's actually they paying you all right. They paying you to do something else. They ain't rapping.
Yeah.
But they
you want me to tell you what's crazy about that?
I said I'm old about that. So go ahead. What's crazy?
What's crazy about that you mentioned that is that male artists is doing it too. The one, because they can't perform, they can't get a show.
Oh.
They ain't getting no features. They ain't hot. So you see these rappers, like these well-known rappers. I seen Casanova and what's the guy named Safari?
Oh, it's Safari.
That's
what I learned. That I said, oh, they up here doing imprint stuff. You know, so that's the first. I heard somebody talking about that. So, that's not the right. Okay, I'm sorry to whoever I told to get on that. That's not the right thing to do because I'm old.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah,
I didn't know that. I did. So I learned that I'm getting old, man. And sometimes you can forget. You can be young at heart, but you forget that you old. Period. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hear you.
I'm up promoting stuff and not even knowing. So just all type of things. But either way. But I want to ask you though. Now let's move on quickly onto some sport thing right quick. Now some people just don't know. Go ahead.
No, some people don't know what they don't know, Bob.
So it's a different thing when you're not used to dealing with a whole lot of money. You don't understand money talk, right?
Yeah.
This boy Dak Prescott, bro. I don't know if you heard about Dak Prescott. I love to get your insight on that.
I know what you're talking about.
He turned down $175 million for 5 years, bro. Oh yeah, you apparently didn't know it because your face looked different. That's all. You apparently didn't know what I was talking about. Because $175 million. Did you hear about this? Did you know about it?
Hold up now. $175 million
Google
for 5.
For 5, that's like $35 million or something a year.
$35 million a year. He worth more than that. He worth more than that.
Now, okay, so let's talk. Why would you now? That's what I mean by money talk, because all the professional athletes, they like good for him because he is worth more than that, and you know, the Dallas Cowboys made them do this and that or whatever, play out his contract. They should have made a deal beforehand. They trying to set themselves up for the future. But dude, the regular people, like folks that don't have much money like that, are saying that's dumb. Because if you put $235 or $335, $733 for my contract, I might go sign up for the $335,340.32 or whatever it is, and sign the contract for the next 5 years to go do some, you know, whatever. But this guy said $175 million, and he's done. What's your thoughts on that? You said he's worth more than. Why do you think he's worth that? Where you can turn it down.
Okay, you said $35 million a year. It's
let me
plenty.
do the math for sure. Let me go ahead.
Okay, do the calculations. Tell me something. Not like what I'm saying about his worth or whatever is that the everything is increasing in the NFL, and he can't take the same or less than what people are already getting paid right now, or he gonna hurt the other future quarterbacks. So just because you done filled up the team or whatever, you think that I'm supposed to take less, and you made me play out my contract. Give me at least $3-4 million more, and $3 or $4 million more, 35, that'll be $38 million a season.
So you can listen to whole Shannon Sharp whole thing there, because that's exactly what Shannon Sharp hit that on the nose. You just hit that on the nose. But people that got money that done it, they probably make sense.
Yeah, but see, at the end of the day, like I ain't get ready to mess the market up and take what you want to give me or whatever. Mm-hmm. But him playing for America's team in Dallas or whatever,
and they're not winning. They're not winning.
It don't matter about them winning.
Oh.
Like, I'm just talking about him in specific.
That's true. I get that part, but they get, you know, the American team, and everybody wants them to. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a Cowboys fan. There's a lot of people out there that might be a lot of Cowboys fans. Are you a Cowboy fan?
Oh, I was about to curse, but I'm a 49ers fan. So
you about to cuss this out. Okay, so the whole Trevor Jackson pastor just went out the window.
Pastor about that committed a sin.
So you're a 49ers fan. But what I'm saying is that those other folks out, these regular us people be like, not understanding how, you know, this guy, when you got Andy Dalton right behind him on to go ahead and get in, he only getting a couple million.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I wanted to bring it up, see what your thoughts were, but you hit it right on the nose about if you look from the standpoint of discussing real bread and real money.
See what I'm saying about him being a Cowboy?
It is $35 million a year too.
Yeah, that's too low. That's too low. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm getting ready to tell you why right now. Okay. That's too low. But so Russell Wilson getting 35 now.
Right now.
Ben Roethlisberger getting 34 now. We ain't readjusting the market. We keeping the market the same by giving me 35 million. But the reason why the owner of the Cowboys think 35 million cool, and it is because at the end of the day, endorsements by being on America's team. You're going to get $10-15 million a season in endorsements.
He already getting that probably on chocolate milk or whatever commercials he's on. You're right.
Yeah, so let me give you this little money. I'll throw you $1 million under the table. I'm Jerry Jones. I got a bankroll. I'll let you keep the boat on the weekend, the yacht. You know what I'm saying? Let me get it 35. But Dak saying, you made me play out my contract. Give me 40 a season.
But look at that. See, look at the conversations we're having, brother.
Yes, sir.
It's a whole different concept from what, you know, conversations probably in the past, man. We're trying to help people up the game, dog. Now you got a crazy sport thing right quick, the drop on them right quick though, which I did not know, which was crazy. Yeah.
Hey, part 3. Tell me what you think about it. Part 3, 53 years old, and I think Holyfield 58. Mike Tyson and Holyfield.
No, that's just stupid.
Pay $65 for that?
Heck no, I ain't about to pay those $65, but I'll watch that on a Fire Stick or something. Ain't nobody gonna pay no $65 for that fight, dude. I mean, now I did see Mike Tyson, but I did see Mike Tyson do that warm up though. My goodness, I seen the warm up on the Instagram when the boy was about not to do hand off. Man, he still looks scary.
But I might pay something.
You paid the $65 for it?
See them old men go up in there and scrap.
But you know
Fight
what?
his other off.
But when you ain't got nothing, to lose though, then you know, like I think Holyfield ain't, he ain't got nothing to lose. Mike Tyson ain't got nothing to lose. They ain't got no type of probably they ain't got to worry about nobody's insecurities or nothing. It's like, hey, they already done what they done.
Yeah.
But your boy Lennox Lewis might give him a real fight though. Because Lennox Lewis, I seen him on the Joe Rogan not too long. That boy looking like he's still in ready to go shape.
Lennox Lewis will beat up what's my boy name that just had the fight? Dante Wilder.
Oh, you think? Oh,
yeah.
Hey, you know what now? I wouldn't mind seeing one of them dudes fight Dante Wilder or that white the guy that got knocked out by Dante. Dante got knocked out by.
Yeah.
White dude.
I don't. Yeah. I forgot his name though.
But you see one of those guys. That's a whole. I'll pay for that. Now that might be sad though because they get beat
Tyson.
up. If they get beat up and get broke off, it'd be like, oh, that's not cool, man. That ain't cool.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Tyson be waiting tables at some restaurant, then he hurting because he can't hear no more or something. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to see that dude, man.
That's not good. That's not good. You're right.
I wouldn't want to see the brother down bad. Yeah.
Because that's exactly what they're going to talk about. That's bad.
Yeah.
See, look at that. We don't hit on the top. See, look at that. We don't hit on the topics about the seriousness, the sports.
Yeah.
But the real conversation happens when you talk about a little bit of the politics. Oh,
yeah.
That might be too deep for you right there. I don't know about that one. That's
I like politics. I can get into politics. I don't follow it too much, but I just seen Charlamagne have a conversation with somebody.
Oh, about your boy. Yeah. Now that's a question about that because I don't know if he know what he was talking about.
Yeah, Joe Biden. I don't know. Yeah,
does he know what he's saying or what's going on, man?
I have no clue, boss. I really don't have no clue about Charlamagne and Joe Biden conversation, but I seen a little bit of it. I ain't see all of it, but I got it. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm talking about the fact that if you just go look at Joe Biden and not know what he's saying, like just a clip on YouTube, I feel kind of sad for the guy. Because he actually talking, he's doing a lot of talk, and it's like, he like, and he just lose train of thought. So I'm actually feeling kind of, I don't know what the deal. I mean, that's going to be a lap. That's like somebody's getting lapped because Trump ain't 45, man. Don't get me wrong. Man, dude, do not get me wrong. I felt some kind of way when 45 got there. You know when Obama won? How people probably felt like sad, scared. The old people or white people probably sad and scared. Like, oh my God, it's not good. Oh. That's how I felt when Trump won. I actually felt like that. When 45 won, I didn't know. I got kind of nervous. I really, but that made me want to get involved with politics though after that point. Because I said, if he can do it, God dang it, I can do it.
Troy for president. Now talk about that. Now talk about the politics. How you getting involved in politics? Because you told me a little something.
But I truly encourage folks that if you really want to see something happen or some change happen in your vicinity, in your community, in your area, you got to get involved in local politics first because those are individuals that can actually impact you today. Now you got situations like Trump did when he put the stimulus pack and all, when they got the House and everyone involved with that, and that affected you the next day or affected you at some time. But the stuff that affects you right now is local. Yeah. I encourage people, man, if you want to see something change, you got to get involved, man. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Go to a meeting.
Look, they all open. That's what's fun is that all these town hall meetings, and even when the people all these things are open where you can go in and actually sit there and listen to them and get on the road, open to the public, get on the road and actually say something if you want to say something.
Yeah.
That's how folks, how we always talk about, or we see certain people get involved and they down there, getting involved and talking and stating their issues. Yeah. That's where that. If you don't like to see the sad, tragic stuff that continues to happen with the police situation, get involved with it.
Yeah.
You know who got that power, right?
Talk to me.
The folks that make them laws got that power, bro.
Yeah. And the laws is like that's the first thing we need to get into, because like as African American men, the laws are against us. The laws that's created. A lawyer can't even help you because the laws are against you from the jump.
Now we can work on it. Now look, we all equal, supposedly, right?
Yeah.
And you got, and that's sad. Like, for example, let's go ahead and sadly, now we're going back to the serious situation with the, is it Breonna Taylor?
Yeah.
The EMT, like the woman that works as an essential worker.
Yeah.
At the house, once again, police are knocked in the door. Don't get me wrong. I got a lot of close police friends. People I would know.
Yeah.
People got family members as police. Look, let me tell you something. Somebody go around, I'm calling them. That's just straight up, point blank. I'm calling, and somebody need to get over here and handle this. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to, she was at her house, sleep, door kicked in, and what's happening is people are getting trigger happy where they actually shooting and asking questions later. You probably hear that in a rap song typically, but in real life, it's happening when police are doing that. But you know how you actually get involved to do it. You don't have to go and do two wrongs make a right. But if you actually involved with some actual law making, you can actually put some things in place to hopefully try to work on that and get things take care of that stuff. Like you mentioned, it can seem like the deck is stacked against us. We got a tightrope. We got to walk. But there's ways we can actually benefit by actually getting involved and actually make an impact that way. That's just me.
That's a fact though. That's a fact. And like how you were saying that the town hall meetings and the meetings is open to the public. If we can't come together for nothing as African Americans, we could go down there 100 men deep. And like how I was saying about going to work,
so you got to come
and being on time.
Yeah. See,
let's go down there 100 men deep with fresh haircuts, nice suits on, and have a conversation.
But then you might look like Louis Farrakhan them though, because you gonna start looking like the Muslims, because like they carry themselves right, and they go down there. They think, okay, something going on because you down there with the whole cut, everything like that. Carry yourself a certain way.
Let's not do that.
See. So I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, not the other day. I was actually talking to one of my attorneys, right? And I was like, hey, I was talking to my thing about running for a position, and he's like, oh man, that'd be great, man. That'd be awesome. You'd make a great alderman for that, right? That'd be great for you to do that. Matter of fact, we've been talking about it. So that's another good thing when people are talking about it for you. Remember we talked about value, being a person of value.
Values. Yeah.
So, but I said, but you know what, man? I'm thinking about my family. You got to think about your family and everyone else, because you and I got to really think about a whole spectrum of stuff. It's not just, hey, I'm gonna go do this and wake up, things are all gonna be good. You got a whole thing. You got to plan and count the costs on that.
Yes, sir.
And I was like, man, and I told him that. And he said, you mean to tell me that's really happening this day? That's still going on? As you can tell, my voice.
They're not even aware. They're not even aware.
Is that he's not aware? I said, yeah, man, let's continue. He said, in 2020? I said, yeah. That's still happening. And then the situation with Breonna Taylor, that shows it's still happening. We got to think about those things all. We got to count the cost about what we really want to do and how we're going to pursue it, because it's not just us. That we're thinking about, and that's the whole thing going back to the first conversation in the beginning. Conversation is about, we not just think about us. It's not just about us. That's why you don't be late on certain things, because I'm gonna affect everybody.
Yeah, and it ain't just about the African American neither.
It ain't about, so let's go back on the politics with Obama thing.
Yeah,
a lot of folks was like, Obama didn't do nothing for black people. But then we gotta remember, Obama was the president of everybody.
Yeah.
It wasn't just president of black people. He was the president for everybody. But we ain't gonna get into all that politics stuff, because I don't want nobody to hate the show already. Like, bump that.
Yeah,
I don't
know. Be like, oh man, that's crazy.
But look, what we doing though, Trev, is we talking about, since this is a conversation you and I actually have. This podcast was created, two brothers from C-Hillz. That's what we talked about. The fact that we from C-Hillz, and we're talking about real life. Not just talking about, hey man, did you see that shootout the other day? Yeah, that was crazy, bruh. Yeah. That was crazy. Yeah. Duck next time. We ain't doing all this. We talking about a whole lot of, we talking about life in general as grown men. So that's a blessing, man. I'm glad you and I get to see that. Remember we talked about this too, that we from 20 plus years ago, living in the same building in C-Hillz.
Yeah,
and then
16 boys.
Yes, and then we living now talking about stuff on the other side of the fence. Like, wow, look where we come from to where we are now, which we got plenty of friends, which you're going to bring on too to discuss the same stuff, man. So I'm grateful.
It's a beautiful thing to have these conversations.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Now we talked about now I got a question for you. We talked about laws and we talked about lawyers and we talked about politics and everything, but I want to stay in the law realm. But let's help the artists out. Because me and you both we both been creators.
Yes,
we both
still is.
Yeah, we still creating.
Yeah,
yeah. So as an artist in these days and times, I've been telling the young rappers. My nephew just released the album today.
I'm looking forward to hearing it.
Oh man, my opinion, he family or whatever. I ain't heard a project that bad ever come out.
No, is he slapping for real? Is it good for real? You just say that's your nephew and all. People do that. That's my baby. He good.
At the end, I'm gonna put his single at the end of the podcast. Then.
Cool.
The first two brothers of C-Hillz, I put one of his songs on there.
We need to put it at the beginning then, so we can give him some props.
Let's give him. I'm telling you, it's phenomenal.
What's his name?
Okay, Easy.
That's it. Easy.
Name.
Not easy. Easy.
Yeah, easy. He just making it look easy. That's what he's saying. I make this stuff look easy. It's just it's easy to me. You know what I'm saying?
We have at the beginning. Okay.
So what I'm saying about artists, and I don't want to go on a tangent about my nephew, but all artists that's listening to this podcast, if you're a creator and you feel like your stuff is about to blow, would you suggest the artist have a consultation with a lawyer?
Absolutely. Matter of fact, I'm going to put a plug in for my attorney, one of my actual music attorney, Angela Green from Green Associates. It's a plug for her. She has an actual website called the Music Bank.
We're gonna put a link to all her situation at the end of the podcast.
Yeah, so I encourage everyone. Matter of fact, somebody actually reached out to me this past week in regards to remixing one of my songs. The first time it ever happened. Paid me up front. But guess what I did? I hit up my attorney and had her make the contract and sent it to him and signed it. I encourage everybody to have a consultation with an attorney, music attorney, not just an attorney. Not no ambulance chasing attorney. I'm talking about a music. Yes, sir. I do. Yes, I do. I don't want to get on to a tangent with that part, but yes.
That was a good question. I needed that because there's a lot of creators in Knoxville. Like
tons of them.
Separate from what we doing, I do artists and people with business out the Trevor Jackson podcast, but this is home though, the two brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Trevor Jackson podcast is dope though. You put some people on the map, dog. I like it.
Hey, I done had conversation with people in Hawaii, Germany, and all kind of places all in one day.
Better get on the while you can. You better get on the while you can. For them dollars start costing you, prices start going up on you. He got looking like Joe Rogan signing. That's another conversation.
Spotify
signing $100 million contract for a freaking podcast. You better get on the show early. But go ahead, Trey. I'm sorry.
Yeah, nah. You did right. But you heard what my brother said. Have a consultation with a lawyer before you get your whole career took. You dropping mixtapes. You got a hit record on there. And then next week you find out that somebody stole your whole album, your whole identity, and you. Oh,
snap. Looking like Chuck Berry.
Yeah,
I'm a Cadillac record. Somebody got a whole nother Chuck Berry. Got you. Okay.
So, hey, we doing what we doing. We talking about what we talking about.
That's important, dude, but that's important that people, I hope, dude, Knoxville is full of so much, I mean, so much talent of musicians. From your nephew to myself, my brother, yourself, hasn't done some, Raven B, he just came out with something, who done been on both our CDs.
Yeah.
That folks that's out here actually makes it, and they sound good. And a lot of them have
name them all. We can't name them all,
dude. But they on your podcast though. Some of them on your podcast already.
Yeah,
making some headway. And dude, please get a consultation. If you need some help, you need to contact with someone. Inbox us, and I get you connected with somebody for sure. Angela Green gonna be my contact.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's good. So, so let's talk about that podcast right quick. Look, that's why I always tell people about we are here, Trevor. You and I are here. Everyone is here to be creators, man. We're created to be creators. We got godlike tendencies. Godlike tendencies are in us. We can make people. You follow what I'm saying? Like, we can create people.
Yeah.
So when you making music, like, so we look at it don't matter what it is. We're talking about a podcast right now.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan signed $100 million contract doing a podcast to Spotify.
I think he got robbed, to be honest.
Stop it.
Fire.
Come on.
See, me, I'm all about that check. I feel like that got robbed.
What? The check of $100 million of talking to goddamn Mike, what you and I doing right now for free? You mean to tell me you got robbed on it?
He got robbed. He got highway robbed.
Explain, sir. Explain. Please explain it.
Okay. You know how people are wanting to get views.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I seen the contract. I seen how many views he get a month and how many downloads he get. He
get a lot of them. I didn't know that.
He get 195 million downloads a month.
And that's 3 hours. That's 3 hour podcast. 3 hours of podcast. That's a long show.
He getting 195 million downloads per month. So I don't know how many views he getting. He probably getting 1 billion views a month. But he getting 100. He getting downloads. That means they downloaded the project 195 million. So that's $1 a piece, he's splitting his money in half. He can hire him a team. I'd have hired me a team, gave everybody $20 a piece. That's $20 an hour. That's it. I provide jobs. I know that's dirty.
Oh, it's just dirty, boy. But hey, you know what? It's some people that's a lot of money, dog. That's a lot of money.
I'm gonna give him $20 an hour. I might sound like Bird, man, like I'm robbing folks, but I'm not. I'm providing opportunity.
You sure are. $20 an hour is a lot.
Yeah, but it's not a lot, but it is a lot because see, you in Tennessee where it ain't no state taxes.
Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, you get your head not clean off. Yeah.
Yeah, in North Carolina, they charge. People don't know that now. That's another conversation. Living in a state with no financial state taxes.
See, we're talking about a whole. See, now we don't move past C-Hillz in itself, dog. We don't move past the whole idea of just living. You start to talk now wealth. That's a whole nother conversation. Which we're gonna cover those too for sure.
Now, we're going back to Joe Rogan, but I want to give people a little quick game about state tax. If you decide to move from Tennessee and you're a Tennessee or you from C-Hillz, you decide to move, consider this before you move. There's only 3 states in the country that don't charge state taxes on your check for your finances.
All right. Go ahead.
It's Florida, it's Tennessee, and it's Texas.
There you go. You a beast, dog.
You move anywhere else, guess what? They're going to take 60% of your bankroll. You know what I'm saying? I'm in North Carolina. I'm like, damn, what's that? I'm giving these folks $300-400 every week.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
Come on now.
But guess what? That's them people, that's in local politics too that make them laws. You see, look, so like I seen the boy one of those podcast guys, I can't remember his name. God dang it, David something. Where he was talking about, hey, Joe Rogan, you in California with that $100 million. You better go ahead and move before they make that deposit.
Yeah, gonna move to Texas, Florida, or Tennessee.
Tennessee, exactly. ASAP. Hey, look, make your primary home there. You can go all over wherever you want. See, now we talking about now we talking about real estate. See, we go. That's the great thing about this whole thing, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna break it off with people as well. Can learn because the next conversation, the next conversation we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna have my corner. We're gonna talk about home ownership and lending. You know, renting versus home ownership. There's a whole lot of
Troy's corner.
We got people that got bread that say, hey, I'm all about renting. Why do I need to own? And you got people that don't have bread to say, why am I even owning? I mean, why am I renting? I'm throwing my money away. That's checks and balances for both ends.
Yeah, and I'm a licensed broker, so you speak my language.
And I'm a mortgage loan originator. I give money out to do it, to buy the house. That's what I do. I do lending.
Let's talk this language. Troy's corner.
So let me, you remember you asked about credit, so you said the importance about credit.
Yeah.
That's biblical right there. You know, credit, you know, your name is more important than money. Mm-hmm. Your name is more important than gold. And your money on paper is your name on paper is what means a whole lot more than how much bread you got from the first start, because you got to have some money to do stuff. Yeah. But that's a whole nother thing we discuss in regards to lending and talk about, you know, home ownership, talk about, hey, your credit building. Because I got a credit expert that I'm going to bring on, and we can definitely dive into that to help out our people from all over the place. See, these two brothers from C-Hillz show a whole lot deeper than what people may have thought.
Let's get into it now, fam. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it a little bit. What would you like to discuss on this part? We need to get some questions in there one day too, and have people send us in some questions to answer them.
People in the comment section, ask us some questions of some topics that y'all want us to get on, and we'll get on them topics.
That'd be good. That's deep. Yeah, I like that. See, we're thinking broader.
Okay, so at the end of the day, what I want to talk about this topic before you get to Troy's corner. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm interrupting the corner and everything.
No, the corner next week. It's all good. That's something else.
This game right here.
It's all game. Gang.
I don't. On our first podcast, when we even did the two brothers, I was talking about living multiple lives and all of that, and growing up in the hood, and I'm a changed man now and everything. So school ain't school. Back to school. This is a question for you too. Why school don't teach us nothing that we need in life when we get out of school? School is unnecessary to finances. It's not teaching about finances. It ain't teaching about no credit score. It ain't teaching about nothing.
Well, Trevor, I have to beg to differ with that, sir. Because I have to beg to differ. Because school, when you think about it, school was created for the masses of people. Mm-hmm. So where you can actually sprinkle a little bit out on everybody to say, if you find something that interests you, then you pull it out, then you concentrate on it more. That's why you go to college. And then when you go to college, you still get more of a general sense of education. That's why you go get your master's degree. Because now you can concentrate strictly on that field. But see, the thing is, school can't teach us everything about life. It just gives us a general sense. That's why it's a general education. Yeah. So, believe it or not, there was economics taught in school, in your economics class. When it come down to money, when it come down to teaching about finance, supply and demand, all that stuff, the stuff you know about the streets, which we one day hope to hear about. You follow what I'm saying? Supply and demand. You used every last bit, I would think, what you learned in the streets. You learned that you use every little bit of that from school as well. What you done in the streets. Yeah. I mean, it just says the same thing with this. I mean, like when it comes, now they may not hit credit off the top, depending on what school you go to, because you might actually go to a private institution, and they may hit on deeper financial aspects of stuff. See, a lot of people that say school don't teach you this, teach you that, they may have went to public school. Public school ain't got time to be worried about you learning about all of it. They got to feed you to make sure you eat and stay out of truancy. That's just my personal thought. You know what I'm saying? That's true.
See, the reason I feel that way, and you have the right to disagree with me in that aspect, the reason I felt that way, because I didn't make it that far to those classes. Know what I'm saying? I didn't make it that far to those classes. So I didn't have that experience.
But you know what I'm saying with school. But the fact is, even the little bit of experience you got, I would think, because guess what school really does? School actually helps, in my opinion, helps you actually build relationships. It teach you how to go to work, right? And deal with multiple personalities of people. That's what school did. School is a general masses institution to help you go to work, clock in, get off of work. And if you want to learn more about it, you continue your education. You want to learn more about that, you go to school and get into finance.
It teach you how to be on time, too.
It teach you how to be on you take your school start at 8:30 or 7 o'clock or whatever. School bell ring, you get there. Yeah. You got lunch period, just like you got lunch at work. You got recess time, just like you have a smoke break at work. You know what I'm saying? You got all those type of things that come into play that you're doing. Yeah. So a lot of stuff I thought that I wasn't using that I've heard from math that I never thought I would use, I'm using in banking right now. Garrett, guess what? You using the math problem. You're doing a math problem every day. You're actually analyzing and looking at data just by crossing the street. You know, if Trevor got $5 from work, he's supposed to get $9 an hour. How much is Trevor losing? You want me
to tell you what's crazy? You in banking and you learned your math from school that you use in banking. You know, okay, so when I was studying and I had to get my real estate license, people are struggling with those real estate questions. The commission math. They was learning taxes and property tax math and all of that stuff math. And I learned numbers so good when I was applying street math.
Yes, that's
street. I was doing the questions in my head from street math that I didn't learn in school. That's crazy.
Trevor, in my book called The Mindset of Successful Thinking, there are 4 important quadrants about life. Number 1, the importance of appearance. How you carry yourself, how you see yourself. Number 2, the importance of education was one of them. And when I talk about the importance of education, I'm not talking about you going in the 4 walls of the school. I'm talking about you actually educating yourself. There it is. Educating yourself, because when you educate yourself, look, every person I know from the streets, I try to my best to let them know, dude, you're an entrepreneur off the top. And what they're afraid of is that they're afraid to go into business for themselves in regards to corporate world, because they don't know that world.
Yeah.
But they can use those same type of skills in corporate. That's all they doing. They doing the same thing you doing, man. And they ain't learning in school either at times. I hated math in school. I still don't like math. I need to calculate everything.
Yeah. Oh, man.
But the fact is, I've just learned it on the go as I go.
Yeah.
That's deep, boy. Ooh, this is great. Hey, somebody better be listening to this and start listening to it every Saturday at 12 o'clock, because that's what we're going to be dropping this lunch nugget on you, on that dome.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dude, we don't went from... go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You said we don't went from.
But we don't went from the seriousness about how to carry yourself. Not just young men, but women too. I think everyone. But we talk about the importance of young men carrying themselves. You gave them a couple of tips of what they need to do. That's what we done. Because you're not just telling people to do something. You give them some tips. We talked about sports and money. We talked about some knowledge in regards to, when you don't know no better, you think you may know, but you start really diving into it. You get to understand some stuff. We talked about getting into politics and actually being involved with actually making laws. See some change happen, get involved with it.
Yeah.
We got into politics a little bit on that. But then we also talked about when it come down to real estate, business acumen.
Gave some artists some tips.
Gave artists tips. We gave some musicians for free that somebody normally charge somebody. Hey man, I got a webinar coming up. You can join it for $42 a day. We just free. Get you a consultation, lawyer. What? Look, and we gave, and then we broke it down. We gave them some understanding about how everyone's a creator. We gave some inspiration.
Yeah, go on and create. Yeah.
And now we're talking about school and education. That's a hot podcast to me, bro. I don't know about you. We dropping it all over the place. Straight up
Saturday, they got to tune in, man. They got to turn in. And it's fun, man. We smiling, man.
It's about having a good time, man, because now we actually hoping people get involved with us more by dropping some comments and say, hey, man, why don't y'all cover this for us? You know, we ain't judging nobody just because you done made it out.
So we ain't telling them to do nothing. Yeah,
that's what happened. But what happened is people think you judging somebody because you done made it out.
Man, I'll come back, man, and not just to give out no turkeys.
Just come, not to give out no turkeys. I might go back in my dolo.
Go back
in the chill boy, but still.
Yeah.
But either way, man, I'm thankful that we got to spend time, man, and break it down for the people, man. You got any last words you want to break off for the folks?
Hey, man, y'all have a blessed day. And we forgot one subject, though. We forgot one subject.
Go ahead.
It's your turn.
What's that?
We created one last weekend.
We did talk about credit too. I'm sorry. We did talk about credit too.
Yeah, we did.
Go ahead. Remember when? Oh, we
remember when?
Remember when?
Yeah, remember when? We gone.
Okay,
we out.
Well, you know what? I know one thing I was talking about. Remember when we the game Open Chess? Who made that game up? Who in the world made it? Yo, you didn't play Open Chess?
Nah, I like it. That was ready.
No, you didn't like it. Yeah, you didn't like it. You may not want to do it, but dude, I done see some people take some L's.
I was too retarded to do that.
Did you get hit the jet? Did you give some out? You didn't even just play it.
I didn't even feel it.
Who made it up though? That's what's stupid.
I don't know. It might have been my boy Desmond. He made up a lot of good things. You remember Desmond?
Oh, Edgar brother.
Yeah. He made up. Remember when dunking on the lockers?
Oh, that's right. Dunking on the locker. Oh, putting it on, making a poster out of them.
Yeah, you standing in front of your locker.
Oh,
and he come dunking on you, knock you off your locker. You remember that?
Oh, dude, I don't. That's why I ain't standing in front of lockers. I ain't walking with I always kept my head on a swivel. You know, you ain't hit me in my chest. I ain't know about it, dude. What you got? What you got? Remember when? I want to. Well, you just did with the dunking on the locker. Yeah, you might get dunked on.
Dunking on the lockers. Remember when we used to dunk on the lockers?
Y'all, that's another thing people need to comment on. So we asked y'all to comment on what y'all would like to hear us discuss. That'd be good on our Mr. Pastor Jackson corner, and we got the Troy's corner.
Yeah.
And to remember when, I love to hear what people talk about when they talk about remember when. That'd be dope.
Let's do it.
And we're gonna start bringing folk on too, man. So it's gonna be cool. You only getting 3 minutes, god dang it. 3 minutes. We ain't talking about you ain't gonna get on her ranting and cussing and all that.
Yeah.
Everybody can't wait to get on her and cuss somebody out. But if you cuss, that's you. There ain't no judgment.
Yeah. I got a good remember when too.
What's
boy.
that?
You want me to go on to remember? You want me to go
please.
Give it on?
Yes. Yeah.
Remember when the little Head Start bus used to ride to the little office out College Hills and drop the go-go boxes off?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Go-go boxes, baby. But the little red, the little yellow Head Start bus though, see, with the tinted windows on it. Tinted out with the go-go boxes.
Everybody come running at their house for the salami sandwiches.
The go-go boxes, as always, is very dear to my heart, brother. Hey, you remember when did you ever get a free lunch ticket?
That's all I ain't have nothing else.
Dude, but man, I remember that free lunch ticket. I mean, that was golden, man. You could make some deals off that. Getting a free lunch ticket, man. I used to look forward to going to school eat lunch though. Eat breakfast, because that was some good food to me. Now I don't know about other folks. That little square pizza with the little red dots on it.
Oh my god!
With some ranch.
That was delicious.
With some ranch, boy.
Man.
That's the dopest.
Yeah, I could talk about some bad times that they taught me in school, but I ain't that guy no more. But I used to steal the extra cookie.
Oh, dude, of course.
They used to have the cookie, one cookie in the bag. I used to take the other cookie out the bag and put 2 cookies in the bag.
So you had enough time to do all that back there in the back?
Oh, I was fast. I needed that peanut butter cookie.
Peanut butter, chocolate chip. Or you get your good old Rice Krispie treat in the bag. That little baggie holding it down. But look, man, we're going to go on. Yeah. But look, man, I'm just thankful that we got this thing going, having a good time.
Sir.
And
yes, sir.
But before Pastor Jackson sign us off, I want to say this. Remember, the 2 most important currencies in life are time and relationships. Because time, you got to invest wisely, and you can't get it back. And relationship, you get your place that money can't buy. Remember that.
Yeah, that's a fact. And also, Pastor Jackson want to say, stay positive. Keep your head on the swivel, like my brother say. Even when time's looking down, keep a smile on your face, because that'll bring them down times back up.
Nice.
And get your money. We out.
And we signing out with his nephew. Boom.
Chill. Soul.
Easy. This shit hard. Let the beat ride. Yeah, happiness is contagious, misery is poison. Surround yourself around people that make positive choices. Just turn on your blinker and make the right decision. All niggas do is judge, but never have a witness. Niggas ask if I'm good, I tell them leave me alone. But when they leave me alone, I get the feeling alone. I know it's hard to understand, that's why I deal on my own. When I say leave me alone, it's cause I'm needing to grow. What's the point of giving up? I'm taking down my opponent. You know I'm overprotective, you know I gotta be on it. Word to my heart, I'm trying to give you the key. I've been played before, baby, so ain't no playing in me. Don't trust a soul on my own, been did wrong so many times. So you're lucky if you're close to me. The pain I show on my face can't compare to what's inside, so be careful when approaching me. You're alone in this world, it's so tragic. There ain't no bunk beds in a casket. Your shoulder is the only one to lean on. You're on your own, so don't trust a soul. You're alone in this world, it's so tragic. There ain't no bunk beds in a casket. Your shoulder is the only one to lean on. You're on your own, so don't trust a soul. I got a girl I wanna get a world to, but I'm too worried about what she be doing. Yeah, my past relationships making me hesitate. Now I'm too worried about what she be doing. Yeah, say listen baby, I hope you taking me serious. No need to write a letter, cause I know you the dearest. I get flashbacks of my ex bitch treating me like shit. So if I get out of hand and treat you wrong, I don't mean it. See, people put trust in people and get hurt like a blister. You don't need a soul nigga, nobody's getting buried with you. They fuck with you for they benefit, that ain't right at all. So take that knife that stabbed in your back and cut them off. People here for a season, people here for a reason. And it's fucked up, but that's how life goes. The pain I feel on the inside, they don't know on the outside. Now you know to never trust a soul. You're alone in this world, it's so tragic. There ain't no bunk beds in a casket. Your shoulder is the only one to lean on. You're on your own, so don't trust a soul. You're alone in this world, it's so tragic. There ain't no bunk beds in a casket. Your shoulder is the only one to lean on. You're on your own, so don't trust a soul. Easy. This shit hard. Let the beat ride. Happiness is contagious, misery is poison. Surround yourself around people that make positive choices. Just turn on your blinker and make the right decision. All niggas do is judge, but never have a witness. Niggas ask if I'm good, I tell them leave me alone. But when they leave me alone, I get the feeling alone. I know it's hard to understand, that's why I deal on my own. When I say leave me alone, it's cause I'm needing to grow. What's the point of giving up? I'm taking down my opponent. You know I'm overprotective, you know I gotta be on it. Word to my heart, I'm trying to give you the key. I've been played before, baby, so ain't no playing in me. Don't trust a soul on my own, been did wrong so many times. So you're lucky if you're close to me. The pain I show on my face can't compare to what's inside, so be careful when approaching me. You're alone in this world, it's so tragic. There ain't no bunk beds in a casket. Your shoulder is the only one to lean on. You're on your own, so don't trust a soul. You're alone in this world, it's so tragic. There ain't no bunk beds in a casket. Your shoulder is the only one to lean on. You're on your own, so don't trust a soul. I got a girl I wanna get a world to, but I'm too worried about what she be doing. Yeah, my past relationships making me hesitate. Now I'm too worried about what she be doing. Yeah, say listen baby, I hope you taking me serious. No need to write a letter, cause I know you the dearest. I get flashbacks of my ex bitch treating me like shit. So if I get out of hand and treat you wrong, I don't mean it. See, people put trust in people and get hurt like a blister. You don't need a soul nigga, nobody's getting buried with you. They fuck with you for their benefit, that ain't right at all. So take that knife that stabbed in your back.